It's been almost 3 years since Chemical Guys released their first pressure washer, the PM2000. But they just announced the release of their new PM2000 Pro, a new upgraded version of that pressure washer. So in today's video, we're gonna unbox this thing and talk about what those upgrades are specifically. It does state enhanced motor performance. However, it also states the exact same PSI and GPM numbers. So we'll test that and see what's going on there. There's a couple of new design features, but honestly, just from looking at the specs, the Pro name to this is a bit of a stretch. And quick announcement, guys, for Memorial Day weekend is this weekend, right? Today is Saturday, and I have a sale going on live right now on my website, dtlrsupply.com. Use code USA for 20% off site-wide. Go over there, check it out. I'll put a link in the description for you guys as well. Again, code USA for the Memorial Day sale, 20% off. Thank you so much to everyone who serves in our military, and yeah, enjoy. All right, so as we're popping this thing open, let's go ahead and talk about the original unit. When I first bought that thing, again, I think it was August of 2022, I believe. So again, coming up on 3 years. I paid a price, I believe it was $199. This one, on the other hand, is going for $249. Now they do advertise a max PSI of 2030 PSI and a max flow of 1.77 GPM. Same thing that the old one listed, and that is definitely not what it gets usable. They actually state right on the side of the machine here, max PSI 2030, and then in parentheses, 1,305 PSI of working PSI. Max GPM, again, 1.77, and then in parentheses for the working GPM, 1.06. Now, in my personal opinion, those aren't great numbers. 1.06 GPM is not great, right? I want a lot more flow than that. However, when I tested the original one, I did get more flow. I think I got, oh man, it's hard to remember. Not a ton of flow, but I think I got 1250 PSI at 1.15 with the factory items, and then increased that a little bit, dropped it down to like 800 PSI, and I think I got 1.35 GPM. So again, still not great, but if you're in the market for kind of an entry-level pressure washer at 250 bucks here, you're gonna have to compare that now, especially to the Ryobi automotive pressure washer. It's their 1200 PSI, 1.8 GPM pressure washer, and that thing's great. Comes with a 40-foot hose, comes with a stubby one pressure washer gun. It's a great little unit for the price. There's still upgrades you can do to it. I'll link the video I did on that one up here for you guys, and I'll put a link for that pressure washer down below, because that one's definitely, I think it's a really, really good value for the price. All right, so let's go ahead and pop this open. Again, they did definitely make some upgrades. It's just still not quite enough to, well, definitely not enough to call it a pro machine, but they did make upgrades, and I appreciate them for doing that. One of the things that they state, we're just gonna go ahead and pop this open and start talking about it, is right off the bat, they state that they definitely did a better job here. So they stated that the hose increased length. So they went from 20 feet and a pretty bad hose to 25 feet. Again, still not great, right? But 25 feet, and I'm feeling it right now, and it feels like an Uberflex hose. I don't think that it is. I'm almost guaranteeing you it's not, because it has texture. But I think I know where these come from, and I'll show you the difference. But this is a huge upgrade, because this is a usable hose. Still too short, in my opinion, because I'm still not gonna be able to get around a car. I don't want it. The machine has wheels, but I don't want wheels on it. I don't want it accidentally banging into a car. So let's just go ahead and check out this hose real quick. All right, so here it is, super noodly, very, very nice in that sense. Very, very nice. Now, there you go, right? And you can get it to roll over on itself, but when you look, there's no memory in the line. So way, way better. Very, very similar to an Uberflex hose. However, let me go ahead and grab an Uberflex hose, because I have a idea of what's going on with this thing, and hang on. Guys, I apologize. I can't believe I don't have one here. They're at my house, so I apologize. However, I do have this. This is from an Ego pressure washer. Some of the, it's Ego that has them, and very, very similar, right? Same kind of texture, very noodly. However, when you test these, and I like these a lot. Don't get me wrong. The Uberflex, though, you can get it. You can do the kink, right? You can get it to lay over on itself. Still no memory in the line, and on the Uberflex you go and it still stays like a noodle. This one, on the other hand, let's see here. Well, it's doing pretty good actually. Hang on, this is the one from Ego. So we're gonna get it to roll over on itself. Okay, straighten it out. And then it kinks. You see, so even though it doesn't show memory in the line, I don't know if it's just the wall of this whole hose, it still does, it can. Now, in normal use cases, are you going to be purposely doing this really hard? No, I don't think you're going to. So it's not a big deal. I think these are fantastic. For a factory hose, I think they're fantastic. I'm assuming that's the same thing that the Chemical Guys one has. So let's go ahead and test that really quickly. Again, guys, the Uberflex does not do that. You roll it over as hard as you can, it still doesn't kink. So it doesn't create that pressure point. The reason I don't want it doing that is now there's a hard edge in there that as water's going through it, pressure builds up, you create a fail point that potentially could burst. So let's see here. Chemical Guys one, okay, really good. Let's go ahead and roll it over on itself, pinch it, okay, like we did, and it looks good. I mean, it's doing it a little. Let me try another spot. Okay. It's pretty good, guys. It's doing it less. It's doing it less for sure. Let me see. See if I can get it to do it. I mean, a little bit. I'm impressed. It's a good hose. They did a good job with the hose. It's very nice. Again, 25 feet. It's still too short in my personal opinion, but the quality of the hose seems quite nice. One thing to note though is they do have your standard M22 connection on one side, and then the other side is this type of connection into the gun. Still not my favorite. There are some benefits that I've learned about this connection point from like the Ava pressure washers use this, and there is a good benefit to it. I'll talk about that in a second. Let's go ahead and pull the rest of the machine out and all the accessories. All right, guys, so here is the unit. It like looks to be the exact same thing as a whole here. Then they have new accessories that go onto it, but this part looks to be the same. They do state enhanced motor performance. I don't know what that means. Now, I did get a little bit of an insight from an insider that some seals were replaced in this because there was leaking and oil leakage and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully that's doing better, but I don't know for sure. Still using a universal motor. This thing comes, everything's assembled already. So the caster wheels, locking caster wheels are already installed on it. For me, I didn't like the fact that it has caster wheels. On the original one, I stated I'm not going to use them. They had little rubber feet, and I would just keep the rubber feet in it. This one, we don't have that option. There's no rubber feet anymore because these are pre-installed. So technically an upgrade, but not for me personally. Next up is now they have this little tool caddy, accessory caddy that actually just clips onto the, you just do it like that, clip it over, boom, and now you can store your gun and all your nozzles on it. So all the extensions and everything clip into this piece. You have your nozzle storage, the gun sits on top clipped in, and then these little hooks you can hang your power cord and your hose. Not great, but it does give you an option for that, which is nice. Now, when we talk about the nozzles, originally it came with 5. It came with a 0 degree, which was useless anyway, a 0 degree, a 15, 25, 40, and a 60. Now you only get 4. They removed the 0 degree nozzles. You get a 15, 25, 40, and 60. In the past, they were 2.0s, and now they are 2.2s. So we should increase our, I think in my video I stated that I preferred a 2.5. And all of these, I'm seeing, yeah, they're all listed as 2.2. So that is going to increase our flow. It's going to get us closer. They're all 2.2. We only have to test one of them to get the actual PSI and GPM numbers. So another upgrade that they did is change out those orifices, nozzles to slightly bigger so that we can get more flow. Again, that is going to affect PSI, but for car detailing, I want more flow than anything else. Now, the gun that it comes with, they changed a little bit. Before it was red, the trigger was red, it is now gray. I don't know if the design's different, but basically the same thing. You have this style connection where you push in the tabs and then turn it to lock the extra extension lance in place. So they do give you the long one. There we go. And you just seat it in there, push it down, get it to seat, and then turn it. So there you go. You have your standard quick connect on the front. And then they also give you, which this is the same as before, they also give you a small version so that you can use it like a short gun. It's still not short, but significantly shorter. So that's cool that they include that. I do like that. Still not 100% ideal, but it's a nicer feature. Now, as I talked about, this connection point that they have on the hose for this gun is because it's a simple prong type where you push this down and the prongs open up. The benefit of this that I've come to learn since reviewing this originally is you can just push it in. You don't have to pull a collar back. You just push it in, snaps into place, and then it acts as a swivel as well, right? So there are some benefits to it. It's just I prefer the standard style quick connect. A larger version of that. This is a 1/4 inch for the nozzles. Usually on the gun connections, they're a 3/8 size. But again, now we have the option to store some of the items right on the unit itself. Now the last 2 items that they give you, one is the same as always. They had this in the past. This is so if you get a aftermarket gun, you could screw this in, I believe, and then the hose will just stick into that. Personally, I would say if you're gonna upgrade your gun, upgrade your hose as well. Because again, just for the length. And then this is another big upgrade. It's a very, very simple thing, but it is a big upgrade. This is your water inlet for the garden hose, and it screws right on the front here, and then you screw it into the, I'm sorry, front or back? Let me see. The back, I believe. So it screws right into the back, and then you can screw your garden hose right into that. In the past, they used this little plastic filter device, and then they would give you a quick connect that you would attach to your hose that was brass. And when I did this review of this unit originally, I gave the unit to my friend. He used it, and then that whole piece seized onto the plastic piece, and he couldn't get it off. So this is a big upgrade that they just went to a standard style standard style screw-on connection for the hose. All right, so I'm actually editing the video right now, and I wanted to give this unit away as well. I mentioned how the old one I gave to a friend of mine. This one I'm giving to one of you guys. All you have to do for a chance to win is comment down in the comment section below, and then also go over to my Instagram page and comment on the video that's like a little video preview of this video of the pressure washer on there as well, and that'll enter you in for a chance to win. So good luck to everyone. Let's get back to the video. Now, the last thing to do is go ahead and connect the hose to the unit itself. And I believe, I just did some testing. I believe this is an M22x14. I think in the past it was an M22x15, which is nice because if you do upgrade the hose, you don't have to get an adapter. It should go straight in, I believe, because this is an M22 15 to 14 connection, and the 14 fits in nice and snug. The 15, I'm just measuring here, and it is definitely bigger. So should be an M22 14. So again, out of the box, it is better to use and better to upgrade and all that kind of stuff. But with that said, let's go ahead and move on now to testing the unit out and see what kind of performance we get out of it, see if it leaks, and then we'll wrap this up. All right, guys, so I've got the unit all hooked up. I have it also plugged into an amp meter, so we'll test that as well, because I think they listed at 14.5 amps. If you see this little unit here, I'm not going to go into much detail on that. That is not the pressure washer that I'm working on. It's a different brand. Hasn't been released yet. Very, very, very cool unit. A lot of tech in that thing. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on that once I finally do release the video. Pretty cool little unit though. So let's go ahead and turn the water source on, and then we will get this thing fired up. I already installed. Let's see if there's any leaks. Water is all sealed. That's good. What I did is I went ahead and installed the pressure gauge right on the nozzle. In the past video, I put it in a different spot, but this is where it is now. And this is the installed 2.2 40-degree nozzle. Again, because they're all 2.2, there shouldn't be any difference in performance. I'm just gonna go ahead and purge the water out of this, and then we'll go ahead and fire it on. All right, guys, we should be good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and get my phone out. And as soon as I turn this thing on, I don't see any leaks going on right now. As soon as I turn it on, we're gonna go ahead and look at the amp reading. All right, so it's on. Let me go ahead and pull the trigger. So kind of maxed out at 13.7 amps. That's totally fine, totally safe. Let's go ahead and see the PSI. All right, so with the included nozzles, we're currently sitting at 1,000 and creeping up. So we'll probably get into like 1,050 PSI probably once this thing warms up. Okay, so already to me it feels like the GPM's still pretty light, but I'm already liking the 1,000 PSI right off the start there. I like that much better. Let me go ahead and grab a bucket. We'll test the GPM. All right, here's the bucket. I already have this thing weighed out, so I know what to deduct. So basically, As always, I'm just gonna run this thing into the bucket for 1 minute. Then I will go ahead and turn it off. I'll go measure it, deduct the weight of the bucket, and that'll tell us our gallons per minute rating. So let me get my stopwatch ready, and we're gonna do 1 minute like I said. Here we go. All right, guys, there is 1 minute into the bucket. Again, in the original video I did 3 years ago, I just used a measuring bucket. This time we're actually weighing it. So if there's a difference, that could be it as well. I'm looking at the amount of water in here. It's not great, but let's go ahead and see what it actually weighs. We're also getting a little bit of a leak, but that's from the adapter that I put on for the garden hose. So I maybe just didn't tweak it all the way down. It's just leaking from that one spot. So I think that's all it is. Other than that, I'm not seeing any leaks at all. Let me go ahead and weigh this and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I just got back, just weighed this thing out, minus the weight of the bucket, and it came to, I don't remember, exactly 1.2 GPM though, 1.2 gallons per minute. So I like the numbers right out of the box with this thing, better than the old unit. The old unit, I was getting 1250 out of the box at 1.15. I would prefer 1,000 with that slight bump in GPM. Is it a different motor? No, I don't think so. I think it's the same thing. Maybe they did replace some seals, but as far as performance goes, the numbers are the same. It's just, a 2.0 nozzle versus a 2.2. Obviously, that's going to drop GPM or drop PSI, increase GPM. So I think that's what's doing that. Overall, though, yes, they did upgrade the unit. They did. I think the new little storage tray is cool. The fact that they got rid of that little plastic filter piece and that quick connect for the garden hose, I think that's huge. They did. Again, it's 0 tools necessary to set this thing up, which is nice, but for me personally, I wish it didn't have wheels. Again, they upgraded the hose to a way better hose, significantly better, but still only 25 feet, and they do advertise that it's a new, longer hose. 25 feet, still not enough to get around a car without moving the pressure washer. So for me, it needs to be longer. Like the Ryobi, like I said, comes with a 40-footer. That'll get the job done. So overall, yes, they upgraded it. Is it worth $249? In my personal opinion, no, I would go a different route. It just doesn't have the flow that I would want. But other than that, I mean, again, I think the unit looks cool. I think they did a good job with that. Yeah, it just doesn't get the flow and performance that I want. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope that video helps you. Again, nothing against Chemical Guys. I think they have some great products. Not a lot of stuff that I personally use anymore, but I still like totally usable products. Just this thing, I think for the price, there's better options. That Ryobi automotive one is definitely the winner in that market. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like the video. Make sure you're subscribed, turn on that notification bell, and we will see you guys on the next one.